And I started evaluating, and those were the days when the software industry was sweeping all over. Companies were talking big about the software industry and the massive power from India supporting the world requirements. And every newspaper was full of those articles about those leaders. And I was exposed to sales, I was exposed to marketing. I even looked at alliances, industry alliances, software alliances, multiple things I was into. And very quickly, I was able to relate to that my experiences are and my skills are aligned very well to the marketing function. So I think there are some great things I have learned from them. And one of the biggest thing is that your goal should always be higher than your grab. You cannot stop at by achieving certain feat and say that you are done with it.
Welcome to Icons Behind Brands, the podcast where industry leaders share their insights and experiences shaping the world of marketing and business. Hi, I'm your host, Devleena Neogi, and today we have a true marketing powerhouse with us, Dr. Aditya Sharma, joining us. With over 2 decades of experience across various sectors, Aditya has been instrumental in driving marketing strategies for global IT giants like TCS, Infosys, and Wipro, currently serving as a global head of marketing at L&T Technology Services. A very warm welcome to you, Aditya, on Icons Behind Brands.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Indeed, an honor to be in this conversation today.
I would love to know about you first. If you can walk us through with your journey in marketing field and the highlighted key milestone or experiences.
So I never had a coach, no mentor, and I started evaluating, and those were the days when the software industry was sweeping all over, and companies were talking big about the software industry and the massive power from India supporting the world requirements, and every newspaper was full of those articles about those leaders. So somehow I developed my interest on the software side, and of course, I had a diverse set of education. Thank you. I mean, I really thank my parents for supporting me. Had it been anybody else, would have questioned me a lot about having this diverse education. But then when I started, I was very fortunate to be surrounded by people who were very supportive, gave the absolute clear picture in terms of what they experience, the challenges and the barriers to success. They also helped me get a complete deeper understanding about different functions in an organization. So, who is required to do what and at what levels we carry the responsibility. And I was exposed to sales, I was exposed to marketing. I even looked at alliances, industry alliances, software alliances, multiple things I was into. And very quickly, I was able to relate to that my experiences are and my skills are aligned very well to the marketing function where I can really develop and contribute more. I was given the opportunity, and I really thanks to all my great leaders who really believed my story, who really believed in what I aspired for. So that is how I am, being there in marketing, supporting big programs, helping my colleagues.
How did your experiences working with Infosys, Wipro, TCS shape your approach towards marketing and leadership in the technology and engineering sector?
So I think there are some great things I have learned from them. And one of the biggest thing is that, your goal should always be higher than your grab. You cannot stop at by achieving certain feat and say that you are done with it. Look at your past glories. Of course, it motivates you, but what motivates is the challenges ahead. And it's a very different perspective. These companies really helped me gain that visibility and bring that kind of vision where I can think about if this is what marketing doing today, so then tomorrow, after 5 years, 10 years, this is what my function can make difference to the organization in and contribute in the overall growth story.
So how do you make sure that your thought process is aligned with other function as well? Just
Oh
pop
yes,
in my mind.
No, no, it's another brilliant question. See, in large organization where you have lakhs of other colleagues, functions, teams. So I always look at, this like a pyramid. So on top, you have an organization goal which has been designed after a lot of thoughts, and it is written for the next, 12 months to 3 years to 5 years kind of a horizon. So when you have an organization goal defined, then you start looking at what at different levels people are supposed to do and achieve.
Mhm.
Now there are few things that requires immediate action, few things you have to plan it so that you are able to do it in the next couple of quarters and beyond. It requires a lot of collaboration and a lot of patience. Now, there are people, there are leaders, and everybody has a different style, and there is no style which is right or wrong. So
Mhm.
in that kind of an environment where you have multiple engines and all these engines for growth are accelerating at a different speed, so it's not easy. But what as a leader we have to look at is if I am being bestowed with certain role and responsibility which I have to deliver. So how can I break those? It's like a Lego game. How I can break those different things into small different activities, which I can further, distribute with my team. And then along with everybody's effort and time, energy, and passion, we are able to deliver it very smartly.
Okay.
So it requires tighter collaboration, a lot of patience, and you have to, work with them and continuous communication. And when you establish that level of trust with your colleagues, with your peers, I think that is where the beauty is because then you start seeing results. And when the results are towards your side, favoring you, you feel a lot more comfort with the sense of achievement and you aspire to do a lot more. And eventually, it's the pyramid. So, whatever you do adds up to
Mhm.
achieving the company goal.
So, how do you
Correct.
master the art of marketing in today's AI-centric world? And if you can share some practical steps or approaches that marketers can take to effectively master this art. So, I think that would really be so relevant in this today's world.
Oh, yes, absolutely. See, when I started my career, there was a bit of technology we were using, and there are multiple phases in technology, different stages. And today, as you rightly mentioned, it's AI all over. In my view, every technology has a limited shelf life. You will see that technology buzzing around for, say, 1 year to 3 years, at the most, what, 5 years. And then it gives birth to altogether a new technology. So, one is you have to look at the right mix of technology. And it's not just about technology, you have to think how the traditional and the tested ways in marketing combined with the efficiency and the power of technology can help you deliver something in a very firm way that really produces you the right results and the right outcomes. So with this, today it is AI. Tomorrow it could be AI plus plus, and then could be something totally different. As a marketer, we always have to be watchful about the trends around us. We also have to look at what our consumers or our customers or the target audience, their behaviors and the patterns about consuming content. Because if I have to write and if somebody has to write, we all can write in the best way, but make sure that your original creativity is restored.
Okay.
Don't be so dependent on technology that tomorrow, if for some reason, if it is not available or there is a blackout for a few days, then you are absolutely handicapped and you don't know what to do.
So, tell me some unique challenges you have encountered in marketing engineering services and how have you addressed them?
Oh, yes, absolutely. See, I'll tell you, when I was doing, marketing for a lot of software applications,
Mhm.
solutions and offerings. It was a different ballgame altogether, and I really enjoyed it. But what I enjoyed more was looking on the engineering side because these are absolutely complex problems. Understand this, the engineers are there at the plant, they are doing something, it's all tangible, you can touch, feel, and you have to solve those problems. So
Okay.
it is absolutely not easy. So every small thing has to be well thought through There has to be a complete plan and a process behind to make this engine work. And our clients, they do face these kind of challenges every day. So in engineering, unlike the software solutions, you have to speak their language that resonates with them. Of course, they don't understand jargons. They don't understand some flowery language or some fashionable statements.
Yeah.
They are engineers. They are at the production line. They need some kind of the product support services and applications to help them address those issues.
So, what role do you believe, thought leadership plays in marketing, especially in this engineering sector?
Oh yeah, so see, thought leadership is one of the core thing which continuously goes back of my mind, that how you can uniquely position yourself with the level of expertise this entire organization has produced, and there is a heritage. You have always been at the forefront of innovation, and thought leadership is your experience and the way you read between lines, you read between markets, you
Mhm.
read what your industry and customers demand, and then you position yourself very differently with an approach or a tactic that will really help people. So thought leadership is something which is absolutely vital in marketing, to establish your brand, to ensure that you are seen as an authority in a particular area. And that is how you build trust. Because when I write something, when I say, it could be any of my colleague who is expert in that particular area, when he writes about a future trend and its impact on an industry or a sub vertical or the end consumers of that particular product and offerings that the company delivers, so that really positions yourself as if you have really understood what the core issue is. You are helping there to solve a real life problem. So
Mhm.
thought leadership really sets you apart. It has to be absolutely original, because only if you have experienced something, only then you can advise or counsel somebody.
Aditya, with this, we are now moving towards a section called Rapid Fire Round, which allows our viewers and listeners to know you as a person a little more. We understood about your professional journey, but now this particular section throws light on your personal interest and journey. The rules are very simple. You need to either answer in one word or as minimum word as possible. Are we good to start?
Sure, absolutely. Please.
Perfect. So, Aditya, what has been your favorite age so far?
My favorite age. I
Yes.
think my current age, with the experience I have gained, I think I'm better placed to appreciate the world around me.
What is your favorite work memory?
My favorite work memory, if I go back almost a decade. So I'm a non-engineer, by the way,
Okay.
and I was invited to IIT Delhi,
Mm-hmm.
and I signed a memorandum of understanding with a vice chancellor of a large Indian government university,
Mm-hmm.
and I greatly respect that moment. I think it was a turning point in my career.
Lovely. What has changed the most since you have started working here?
So I think change is very difficult to measure, but yeah, of course, change in the mindset of people and bringing a cultural change is something which is not easy, but you aspire to do, and that is what continuously I'm doing to celebrate our achievements together with all my colleagues.
Lovely. A very important question now. What advice would you give to an employer on their first day of work?
I think we are very good in giving advice to everyone around us, but I think there are three things. One is to be a good listener, and I tell people not to hesitate in asking questions. Second is to understand the purpose, that why you are there in the organization. And third is as simple as just follow your passion, give your best.
If you could not work in this industry, what profession would you pursue, Aditya?
I think I would have selected hotel industry, if not software industry.
Okay.
I always dreamed of a job where I could really hone my culinary skills, learn more about food and wines.
Okay.
So while I
Lovely.
do talk about it with our customers today, but I think that is the alternate industry I could have looked at.
When are you most productive, Aditya?
Yeah, so I think they are a difficult one, but I think if you're really passionate about something that comes within you, I think that every moment is productive.
What would you change about yourself if given a chance?
I think I missed spending good quality time with my family during my early days, and in fact, sometimes even now I miss it. So I think spending more time with family and my friends, no matter how busy I am, is something which I can really work to improve myself.
What advice would you give to your younger self?
I think I will tell myself to be a lot more patient. I remember the days when I used to think a lot more, so don't overly think. Give your sincere efforts, and everything will fall in place.
Wow. Oh, that's lovely, Aditya. And with this, we are out of the rapid fire round. And before we wind up this conversation, I want you to talk for our viewers. What is your advice for any aspiring marketing professional?
Oh, absolutely. So, I mean, today, unlike our days, you have so much of information around you, and every channel can be leveraged to acquire understanding about a particular subject. So, in my opinion, and the advice which I have for them is try to learn as much as possible, try to read as much as you can. It will really open up your mind, it will open up the new horizons of imagining growth for yourself and being, putting yourself in a position in life which you really want to aspire and enjoy. Take informed decisions. Don't take decisions on the fly without any logics, or, if in doubt, always reach out to a person who is really experienced and knowledgeable in that domain. And then, you decide.
So, thanks for being here, Aditya. It was amazing talking to you today.
Thank you so much for this lovely opportunity. It was really a very candid conversation. I truly enjoyed every part of it. I hope our viewers, for them there will be some takeaways which are worth. So once again, thank you so much.
तो कैसा लगा ये वीडियो? If you like this, don't hesitate to like, share and subscribe it.